Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about the Braxtons. Okay, this episode was really just kind of like a filler episode. Next week is a season finale. I know some people are excited because they feel as though this show should not be on television. It's horrible. It's just horrible. Y'all know how I feel about the show. I think the show was actually really, really good. But anyways, y'all already heard me say that before. Um, it wasn't a lot that happened this episode. It was pretty uneventful. Um, so I guess we could just talk about. I took a couple of notes, but um, who we go? We can talk about Tawanda. Oh, we could talk about the photo shoot. They did a photo shoot, a promo shoot for the show. Tamar did her own separate photo shoot. Girl. Y'all know who Tawanda reminds me of? Tawanda reminds me of someone who could have been a supermodel in her past, and now she is a more mature woman. Like she really gives me like supermodel tea, but now she's more mature, um, a little fuller, right? The bald head look just I love I love a bald headed heifer, and she's real bald headed. Okay, I think I was so into Tawanda's look for the promo shoot. I thought she killed it. Um, Trina was a little bothered because she's packed on a couple of pounds, and she had just got her hair braided too, and she was gonna have, she didn't want to wear hair braids for the photo shoot. So she was thinking about taking her hair down, and then of course she was hoping they would, they were gonna do the magic touch where they bring the girls. I ain't gonna lie, I remember watching. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, I remember seeing the photos, and I was like, "Oh, Trina done got a little smile." And then when I realized, oh, they just photoshopped, they just brought her waist in just a little bit and took off a couple of pounds, but she's still the same size. Okay, no shade. Um, but they did. You could tell that they kind of cinched her waist even for the photo shoot, and she did appear smaller. But when they photoshopped the picture, you could tell that they made her smaller than what she even was when they probably put on a waist trainer. Because I feel like she probably had a waist trainer on. Anyways, but I don't know. Miss Evelyn, she looked great. I feel like I have to say this every time we talk about Tamar because I really do like Tamar. I think that people who have watched my channel was I don't want it to feel like I'm picking on Tamar because I'm not. Because I really, really like Tamar. I think she's a mess, but we all can be a mess. I just I just don't know why Tamar did this show. Listen to what I'm about to say. Okay? Before you go. I know Tamar told us that she did the show because it was one of Tracy's wishes for the show to continue. And also she I think her mother, she had a real heart to heart conversation with her mother, and that was, I guess, the kind of that pretty much sealed the deal for her to return to the show. Tamar has referred to herself as a friend of the show. Tamar really doesn't want to film with them. I don't know if y'all even noticed at Tracy's um, heavenly birthday party. If you looked at the end, um, oh, excuse me. Thank you. I know somebody said bless you. If you looked at when it was over, Tamar was gone. So I guess she really is playing the friend of a role this season. But I feel like if all Tamar was going to do was continue to let us know that this wasn't a good place for her to be. The show really wasn't the best. She should have came back because if Tracy was alive and Tracy asked you, would you continue with the show? Would you have said yes then? Does that make what I'm saying? Like you're doing it because Tracy's dead and she asked you to do it before she left. But if you feel as though that this is not the best space for me, even though Tracy asked me this, your answer still should have been no. Because every time we look up on the show, Tamar's always talking about how just like I don't want to do it, but I'm here. You don't want to really film. You really don't want to film with the family. You don't want to do a photo shoot with the family. When y'all do have gatherings, you kind of disappear. So it's like why even do the show? I think Tamar's answer should have been what Tamar's answer would have been if Tracy wouldn't have transitioned. If her answer would have still been no when Tracy was here, it should have been it should have still been no. I'll think about it, Tracy. Oh, Tracy, I can't promise you that, but I'll think about it and whatever happens, happens. I just I and I also want to know with Tamar, um, especially now with her not being with her husband, that white man, Jeremy. Do y'all think he played a part into Tamar feeling as though she wanted to distance herself? No, 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 no. I'm not putting it on. No, let me just say something. I'm not putting this on Jeremy's shoulders because they already had problems prior to Jeremy even coming into the picture. Okay. So Jeremy was only in Tamar's life for this girl. This. Okay. But do y'all think that while he was in Tamar's life, do y'all think that he played a part in Tamar not really wanting to be around the family? Because girl, if you really ask me, the person who you really should have been drifting away from was that man you was married to, the one you just divorced after 61 days. Girl, if you get a divorce after 61 days of marriage, I mean you shouldn't even been with the person to begin with. Tawanda and Sean, listen, I don't look the same way I did 10 years ago. We're all aging, right? I'm trying to keep a hold of it as tight as I can, okay? Um, when I tell you I would not know who Sean was, Sean looks completely different. When I tell you Mister been eating good, okay? Now I'm not trying to fat shame nobody. Girl, I lost 5 pounds. Now all of a sudden I think I'm skinny. Girl, now all of a sudden I can fit into a hey, hey. Girl, now all of a sudden I can fit into a Zara piece. Hey, now I think I'm girl. Now I think I'm skinny fish. Okay, I'm not saying that Sean is a big girl. I'm not saying he's a big boy, but he's a big boy. He's a big boy. No, I'm saying he's a big boy. And I'm saying that girl, Sean looks completely different. When they saw, girl, he really looks different. He really looks different. He doesn't. That does not look like the same man. It's so crazy because Tawanda to me has really kept herself up. Like has she spread? Has she gotten fuller? Yes, but Tawanda is still keeping herself together. And then you got Sean, who, girl, I want to say he let himself go. I don't want to say he let himself go, but he didn't keep himself together either. Yeah. And Tawanda did. Okay. I don't know if he's proposing to Tawanda on the season finale. We don't know. They showed a preview, the trailer for the season premiere, the season finale, and it appears as though he may propose to her. I'm not sure. I hope he doesn't. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Stop doing stuff for show. Stop doing stuff to please other people. Y'all asses been together for 9 years. If y'all ain't been married, girl, now, then why are you doing it? And then again, you're only doing it for show. Like the same way you lied to the daddy and made it seem as though you wanted to marry Tawanda, and years have passed and you ain't married that woman, right? And now we come back to the show, and now it appears, and hopefully this is not the case, as though he's going to propose to her. Girl, Sean, you're just doing this for a stunt in a show. Literally a stunt in a show. And again, if Tawanda is not concerned about being married and Sean is not concerned about being married, girl, it don't matter. Girl, the goal, in my honest opinion, even though I don't want to be in a relationship, the goal should be for you to be in a happy, positive, loving, honest, mutual, beneficial relationship. And if you can say that I am in a happy, positive, loving, honest, loyal, trustworthy, mutual beneficial relationship, then that's all that matters. That's all that matters, in my opinion. But girl, we all, like I always say, I'm grown, you grown, you grown, you grown, and you grown, and we all gonna do what we want to do. At the end of the day, at least I know I am. Hello. Hey. Oh, they went out to eat. Miss Evelyn, not Tamar, girl. Miss Evelyn, Trina, and Tawanda, they went out to eat. Of course, I almost started boohoo crying. Girl, it was a hummingbird. Girl, hello. Tracy's favorite bird was a hummingbird. I think she had 5 tattoos on her back. I think each one symbolized the sisterhood. Um, and so when they were out eating, Tawanda wanted to take pictures. And as they were taking pictures, girl, a hummingbird started flying over them. Um, Tony is getting ready for her show. Tony is another one, quiet as is kept. Tony and Tamar, I want to know if they're coming back next season. And I want to know if Tamar returns, how Tamar's attitude would be, especially being that she's no longer with this man. Mm. Oh, girl. Did y'all see that video of Kevin Jr. and his daddy supposedly, allegedly getting into a fight outside? Mm. Girl, it was a mess. You really couldn't see it. You really couldn't see it. It looks like they were like in a tent, and the ring light or the camera caught you know the caught it because it was facing towards the tent. And yeah, all you could really hear was them yelling, and then you could see it looked as though that girl, they got into a fight. But anyways, so yeah, Tony's getting ready for her show in Vegas with Cedric the Entertainer. She's cracking jokes. They're in rehearsal, and Tony is not. You know what Tony is? Tony reminds me of like. Girl, I was saying this with my sister earlier. Tia. We gotta talk about Tia. Tia and Tamara. Tia Maury. Is that how you say her last name? You know, the twins. Tia is not funny. Tia is like a goofy, like quirky, like that type of funny. Like Tony's not funny, but it's funny because Tony thinks she's funny, and that's what makes it funny. That makes sense. Yeah. Like the jokes that Tony tells are not funny, but it's just funny to me because she thinks that she's funny, but it's not funny. I know, it's weird. Anyways, Miss Evelyn, the date didn't work out. She said that man had on all purple. She said, "Who dresses like that?" Oh, she said, who dresses like that? Miss Evelyn is hot. Let me see how old Miss Evelyn is. Let's see. I think we already looked up her age. I can't remember though. Evelyn Braxton. Miss Evelyn is 76 years old. Miss Evelyn, girl, girl, just enjoy. Girl, let me shut up. I don't want to tell nobody to stop looking for love. Girl, look for love. But girl, do you really want to die? Girl, worried about, girl, whether or not you got a man? Girl, enjoy the rest of your life. Girl, Miss Evelyn looks great. She gets around, right? She goes out with her friends. Girl, they have cocktails and she goes out with her kids. She don't need no help walking up and down the stairs. So she's getting around. Her mobility is great. You know, she gonna keep herself together. You know, from head to toe. She know her life is a mess. I told y'all, girl, Miss Evelyn. Miss Evelyn is old school to girl. Miss Evelyn is old school to the T. Miss Evelyn is one of the old school, like one of the last of the old school women. The women who everything else, this all has to be together. You ain't never seen Miss Evelyn miss a beat. Girl, you ain't never seen Miss Evelyn miss a beat. Never. You ain't never seen her hair out of place. Miss Evelyn not gonna always have her makeup done. Her outfit's gonna be out. Baby, they're gonna be pressed. Girl. Hold on. I gotta put some heat to it. Cause she gonna always make sure she put some heat to her clothes. It ain't gonna be no wrinkles in her clothes. Hello? Miss Evelyn's gonna be together from head to toe. So she looks good. But Miss Evelyn, girl, girl, if I was 76, girl, I wouldn't even be too choicy. Girl, I'd just be like, girl, I guess I'm just looking for somebody to just, go out on a date with from time to time. I don't need no man, but I mean, girl, so I guess if you want to spend, girl, no, it wouldn't be me, girl. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be choicy. I said that the wrong way. I'm not saying you shouldn't be choicy. You should still, as the diva say, keep your standards high as giraffe puss. Okay. But girl, at 76, I'm just saying, like at 76, I don't know how much. I don't know how much you can be invested in finding a man at 76. I could see if you was 40, 50, girl, even 60, girl, maybe even girl, even 60, but 76. And then remember the last episode when Tony said, "What about 80?" She was like 80. That's why I thought she was about 70 because the way she kind of turned her nose up at dating an 80-year-old man. Girl, I'm sorry to break it to you, 76 ain't that far from 80. Okay, now 80 is 80 and 76 is 76, but 76 ain't that far from 80. Girl, you acting like you 60. If you were 60, I could see it like, okay, she's 60, right? Look at you 76. Anyways, but yeah, she said she don't want to date that man because he had on all purple. Who dressed like that? Anyways, what else? Um, Tamar does her photo shoot by herself. She doesn't film. She doesn't do her photo shoot with the family. She had her waist beads on. It's supposed to mean like she had them on for like 3 years. She said, I don't know if she meant like she wore them for 3 years and would take them off and take them on, but I don't know. But they stood for prosperity, family, love, and she said manifestation, and they absorb energy and all that good stuff. And that was pretty much it, child. That was pretty much it. That was it. Oh, Tony is going through it. But she did an interview with Cedric the Entertainer to promote their show, their Vegas show at the Jennifer Hudson show. And she said she goes to God said, I completely understand, girl. That's how I am with my grandmother. It's like these waves you go through. Girl, everybody who lost somebody who they care about know what I'm talking about. Girl, it's like these waves. Like one day you up, then the next day you be down, then the next day you be up, then the next day. It's like a roller coaster. It really, really is. So this is the day where she's girl down. So she's going through the emotions of Tracy not being there. It was sad. Um, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, and then Tawanda talks about her alopecia, how like the first season she wore a lot of pigtails because she would bust it down the middle. Come on, bust it down the middle. She would bust it down the middle, bring it to the side. So that would cover up a lot of the bald spots. And then she would just put it into two pigtails. And then by the second season, I guess they made started making a little bit more extra money. Okay, they got a little access to the money. Hey, shout out to Sweet Tea, girl. So I guess the second season they got a little access to the money, and she invested in some wigs, and so then when she started to wear wigs, she started to kind of just get comfortable, and she knew she could cover up um her issue with wearing wigs. And then she just got to a point where she was like, I'm over it. Girl, like, girl, it is what it is, child. Okay. I'm over this girl. I'm bald headed. Girl, I'm a bald headed scallywag. Ain't got no hair in the bag. Okay, she ain't say all that. That's a song. um, yeah. Girl, when Tony called Trina Elizabeth Taylor, girl, they asked Tony, did she ever see herself get married? And Tony said that she thinks she missed her marrying window. Girl, I'm with Tony, girl. It's over. Girl, I'm 60 years old. Um, but anyways, she said that she made a joke about Trina being Elizabeth Taylor. I didn't realize Trina been married 3 times. I forgot because she was married the first time to her baby daddies. I mean, to her kids' baby daddy, and then she was married to Gabe, and now she married to Vaughn. That's 3 times. Girl, y'all will get married. One thing about it, 2 things for sure, 3 things for certain. Baby, y'all bitches gonna get married. You hear me? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. God damn. Oh, wee. Girl. Anyways, I mean, girl, if you like it, I love it. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.